Among the so many topics that Pastor Andrew introduced was the challenge. Not the topics, but one of the many challenges that Pastor Andrew has given us. Among the challenges was the challenge of making 100 million. Of course, in my mind, I was like, 100 million? I am almost in debt to that tune. Some of the dates my wife knew, some of the dates my wife didn't know. So my calculation was, Pastor Andrew wants us to make sure that we have 100 million, but how is it gonna be? I thought about it, and then I told myself, you know what? I'm not gonna push this challenge aside. I'm going to embrace the challenge, but with an angle. I'm gonna pay my debts, so that by the end of the year, at least I am at zero. Around the same time, we, as a church, we had just finished a fast. It was really hard. But towards one of the Saturdays, the Lord prompted me to do a 40-day fast. I accepted still another challenge because among the so many topics that Pastor Andrew has introduced us to is we have to learn to embrace challenges as men. I told her that I feel I'm prompted to do this. I am going to start. I'm going to do a 40-day fast. And I think she had no reservations, actually. I don't know whether you were excited or not.
I was very impressed.
You were very impressed.
Then I went ahead to ask you why you were taking the 40-day fast.
Yeah.
And you told me you have questions that God needs to give you answers for. So that made it very easy for me also, as I prayed with you, that the Lord would actually meet you at your point of need.
Among the answers was the fact that we have a challenge of 100 million and I have debt to pay. And I had accepted I want to pay off my debts to zero, and then I start afresh. I remember very well as I was in the morning classes, those early morning classes that we're having. I think it was 10-15 days into the fast, I got a call from one of my clients. Can we talk? I said, yes, we can talk. And then she says, I want to start moving cargo. I had last heard from her, I think almost a year ago, and business was not good, even on her side. I met her, and at the end of that day, I was 1.5 million richer. And for me, in my spirit, that was a confirmation that the Lord has answered my prayer, and it is time to start paying off these debts. From that day, I must say, brethren, deals started coming. Good deals, good money, not only from that lady, but from other people who wanted business, started coming. And I was excited about it. I was making good money. However, the Lord reminded me the first day I received that money, He told me that all I want is my tithes and my offerings. Now, in the men's course, it is one of the things they emphasize. If you cannot manage money, you cannot manage what? Anything else. We started paying our debts. We had school fees debt of during COVID. That's all. Right now, as I speak, we have already started depositing on the next term, the last term of this year, 2023. And for me as a man, that makes me very happy because I feel I can now take care of my responsibilities. I am at 85%. I have cleared 85% of my debts. It gave me so much excitement to see that I am actually getting debt free before the year ends. Yeah, and I'm happy about that, honestly speaking. And for me, this is what the course has done for me. It excites me that the course has helped.
As you shared the outstanding debts which I was aware about, I then asked, so you mean you had other debt that I don't know about? And that's when I was actually told. So I think a lot of what has been happening in this whole story is a lot of behind the scenes work. Behind the scenes. Of course, if if he chose to share with me everything, maybe it's because he knew that I personally don't like debt. I really, really don't like to operate from a place of debt. And I think in the past, when we got into debt and it was difficult to pay it, it put me on a lot of pressure. So I guess internally he decided that, you know what, I'll die with this thing by myself. But yes, as he has shared, it is a great testimony that even what I don't know has been cleared. So we are more or less at the point where more of what I know. And then, of course, the cause of the debtors have reduced. And that is something really to thank God for. But most of all, that there was that point of that turning point where he decided that, you know what, even if I'm not able to achieve the 100 million that has been given as a challenge, let me leave the negative side and walk towards the place of zero. So we start at zero.
Yeah. I was prompted by the Holy Spirit. I obeyed, and I find myself at a better place. So I would greatly recommend this course for any man who is not yet there, who has questions. It can be a small question to me, but a very big challenge to you. And it is just merely listening and being attentive to what the Lord is doing in the environment and around you, and you will find yourself that you are at a better place. So I would recommend this course highly to any man. I would recommend this course to teenagers. And lastly, I want to thank Pastor Angel. Pastor Angel, thank you for loving Pastor Andrew to the extent that he's vulnerable with us. He is vulnerable with us, that he tells us things as men, and we actually draw back even as we drive away, or when we are riding away on a bike, or when we are walking away. We reflect and we're like, but what kind of woman is staying with this man? You know, I need my wife to be as happy as this woman, so that maybe I can also have a better effect on my children. Yeah, so thank you, Pastor Angel, for loving Pastor Andrew. We thank you for that. And also for loving our children. Thank you very much. Because of the 40 days fast, my wife said that our daughter, 9 years old, right? 8? It's 9. Okay. Also started fasting. She does abrupt fastings, and for me that blesses my heart very much. So, and that is all I have to say today. I want to thank God for this course. I thank God for Encounter Church. And if you have last words.
Sometimes people look at you and they think you are Angel Evelyn, But now things were happening in Angel Evelyn's house, and the Lord was able to carry her through. So yes, the Lord is still at work in every one of our lives, no matter where we are at, no matter what we are going through. There is nothing too difficult for Him, and in due season we will all be able to testify. God bless you. Thank you, Mr.
God bless you.